Hey, how's it going? This is a weekend update with Mr. Olivier. As you can see, I don't have my usual fancy gear and things of that nature. This weekend was a little bit of a rough one for me, so this is what you're going to have to get and kind of deal with. So, here we go. Good old coronavirus. All right, first thing first, the coronavirus. Coronavirus currently worldwide is at 2.4 million cases. We have reached currently 165,000 plus deaths, but luckily we have reached 650 plus recoveries. So, again, more recoveries than deaths, something good. Speaking of coronavirus numbers, USA is still number one with currently 764,000 plus cases. We're also number one in deaths, currently at 40,000 plus. So when we go for number one, we go for number one. There has been an increase of protests against quarantine and being social distancing. Why? Because people feel like it goes against their First Amendment right. I don't even know what to say at this point. Literally, all you gotta do is just stay at home just for a little bit longer. Speaking about coronavirus has currently impacted millions of Americans, not just through being sick of that type of nature, but literally currently right now there are 20 million people who are unemployed. That's a lot. That's essentially saying we are in a recession. Speaking of being in recession, in San Antonio this past week there was a line of 10,000 cars to receive food from a food bank drive. Let me say that one more time. There was 10,000 cars waiting in line for hours to get food from a food bank drive. Even after those 10,000 cars, another 2,000 cars had showed up. Even with all this coronavirus things happening, there have been an increase of donations and money being donated to nonprofits. A lot of charities have been receiving money to help combat coronavirus. So that's something good. So humanity's doing something right. From there, I'd like to bring on to talk about artists, two in particular. One, his name is Banksy. He is a world-renowned artist who makes artwork that challenges the norms of society and how things are kind of being run. He had posted a photo on his Instagram page, which is right here, and this is the caption he wrote: "My wife hates it when I work from home." So clearly, it's a play on words. It's a play on his artwork and the fact he has to work from home because of coronavirus. So I thought it was something a little funny. Moving on from painting and artworks to musical notes, we're going to talk about Drake for a quick hot second. Drake recently put out his new single, Tootsie Slide, which debuted this week at number one on the Billboard charts. This now makes Drake the first Canadian male artist ever to have three number one debut singles. This was the second artist ever to have three singles reach number one in the first week. His other two songs include God's Plan and Nice for What. So, good job, Drake. That kind of sums up the weekend update. This week is going to be a little bit different. This week, we're going to have essentially no daily videos, no articles to read, but because of this entire situation of coronavirus and things of that nature, I think that this week would be a good opportunity to kind of document what's happening here, right? The news is doing it one way, and there's so many other people doing it so many different ways. But I think it'll be interesting to see it from the eyes of a student, more specifically, you. This week we're going to be working on creating a short documentary film. Now I know it may seem like a lot, but I promise you it is not as difficult as it seems. I will teach you the things that you need to know, the skills that you need, and give you all the tips and tricks that I know of how to make documentary film. All you need is the following: some lights, a smartphone, or any camera of that nature, and you can even use your web camera to make your documentary film. Now, for the documentary film, I will post up the requirements of what I expect from each and every one of you. But remember, this is a short film, so creativity is encouraged. It is highly encouraged for creativity. With a documentary film, you either want to A, say an issue or a problem has to be solved within society, B, have a subject or multiple subjects that you're trying to focus on, or C, do both A and B together. For example, right, let's say that you want to talk about unemployment because of coronavirus and that the government to do something about it. You could use a family, a friend, or some other person you know who might have been unemployed because of coronavirus and ask them questions about what could the government do to help solve or resolve or help ease the pain of being unemployed. So, like I said, right, we're going to be working on this for the entire week. Next week on Monday, we will be premiering everyone's documentary films and all that fun stuff. So that's what you're going to be doing.